And yes, the irony isn't lost on me that I am wearing a Misfits shirt while about to have this conversation on camera. Glenn Danzig, also known as Grumpier Fred Flintstone. He's had some shit to say. Now, most of us know Glenn is not, the greatest or nicest guy around. I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up on Misfits and Danzig and Sam Hain. And there's a lot of good Misfits songs. And Danzig's albums were good, like Up to Luciferi. That was like his last good one. Except for Danzig 6, which I pretend that album didn't exist because it was so bad. Well, actually, there was one after Luciferi that wasn't too bad. I forgot the name. I mean, it apparently wasn't that memorable if I can't remember the name. But, yeah. But, there's some good shit. I've always been a Misfits fan, and my old band used to cover Misfits songs all the time. And, of course, living in LA and playing in bands, people are always like, hey, you're like the Black Danzig, man. And I'm still getting Danzig comparisons to this day, as much as I try to get away from that, but, I'm still getting those, so nothing to be done about that. I mean, I've been trying to change up things, but still getting the Danzig comparisons. So, I mean, it is what it is. We all knew, like I said, Danzig wasn't the best person in the world, he was pretty full of himself. We won't forget about that time years ago when he got knocked the fuck out and that video went viral all over the internet. In the young days of the internet, Danzig getting knocked out was like one of the major memes back then. But yeah, we all knew Danzig was an asshole. He was conservative. And heard that Jerry Only was a Trump supporter, which is not very surprising. Michael Graves, well, he's Michael Graves. Yeah. We're not even going to get into that motherfucker. I've already talked about him. He's not worth talking about. But yeah, I mean, just like whatever Danzig, he was kind of like Morrissey. Except he was like Morrissey when Morrissey wasn't as vocal about it, but he was still, Morrissey was an asshole, but you're like, okay, but he's still doing some good music, so can kind of just not pay attention to this shit for a minute. But of course, Danzig being Danzig, he finally had to do a Johnny Rotten and open his fucking mouth. Not that anything that came out of it was surprising, Like, and I quote, let me check my notes here. Punk, there would never not be any punk explosion because of the bullshit woke culture that exists now. Danzig basically said the punk would not exist if, they had to deal with the woke bullshit today. And it's like, Glenn, you do realize part of the thing for wokeness came from the punk movement, right? Right? I mean, I mean, punk was sort of like at a forefront for that too, you know. Granted, there's a lot of assholes in punk too, just like any other fucking music scene. But yeah. And it's like Danzig's turned this old fucking edgelord pizza cutter boomer. If you don't know what pizza cutter means, that's basically what you call an edgelord, you know. All edge and no point. They're a pizza cutter. So basically, you know, he even bragged in this article, which is on Loudwire, by the way. You can find this article on Loudwire. It just came out like yesterday, I believe, or this morning. So I just saw the article this morning, so I don't know how long it's been out. It has not been out long at all. But yeah, and he was like, Richard's like, yeah, like back then we get away with stuff. We just did whatever the fuck we wanted, you know. Like Last Caress, you know, that was a song about raping and killing babies. I'm like, okay, yeah, and I mean, growing up, how many people didn't sing Last Caress, okay? Alright, cool. But even then, it was like, it's like, and now he's mad because everybody would cancel him for doing a song like that. Oh, because you can't do a song about raping women and killing babies without getting some flack for it. Wow. Well, that means, oh God, can't write just simple, easy shit, so I have to actually use my brain and write about some stuff that's worth a damn. Oh no. Which pretty much lots of other bands did. Oh, Black Flag. Oh. You know, the band that you have a tattoo of on your fucking arm. You know, Henry Rollins, who were your buddies with. Man, that's gonna really change up that Glenn Loves Henry comic now. I'm just, what's it with these old punks? I mean, I expect it from the old glam rockers, because, you know, a lot of them were kind of fucking edgelords back then. It's like you were wearing spandex and makeup and everything and call yourself Jizzy Necklace, but you're like, I don't like faggots, but you dressed like a drag queen. But you hated drag queens. It's that type of fucking logic, you know. And then you have punks. We won't even talk about John Lydon, aka Johnny Rotten. His ass, oh fuck me, that motherfucker. But I don't get this. Like, what is these the old boomer punks just turn into these just conservative fucking assholes? They are the exact thing that they were against when they were younger. Now they've become what they were singing about. What the fuck? That's what I don't understand. I mean, when you got people growing old, I can say this because I'm pushing 50, but they go one of two ways. You know, they either are the set in their ways type, like, no, this is the way it's always been, and this is the way it's always gonna be. And then you got the ones that will progress and move on and just learn and just try constantly evolve themselves. That's what I'm trying to be, you know, and I pride myself on that, you know. You know, I'm not the person I was 20 years ago. I'm not the person I was 10 years ago. And that's a good thing, you know. Things that you were able to do when you were younger, guess what? That's gonna change. You know, no, you can't do songs about fucking raping women and killing babies anymore. Oh no. You have to, once again, use your brain and actually write something worth it. That's a little, you know, more meaningful. Shit. I even had my moments writing like early Elegant Bastards days, I wrote some shit that was really, because I was on that I'm trying to be edgy shit too for a while, and realized that shit wasn't cutting it. That was like, that's why I'm re-releasing Black Devil Anthology, because there's some songs on there I don't want on there anymore. You know, there's some songs I want to do away with, because that's not who I am anymore, and that's not what I do. And that was done in the past. It stays in the past. You know, like I said, I'm progressing, and a lot of people can't do that, especially old boomer punks. I don't get it. And I know there's going to be a few of you commenting. There's a few of you that recently subscribed to me that are the edgiest of edgelords and the pizziest of pizza cutters. I'm not naming any names, but that might be another video. I'm sure, yeah. But I'm sure people are gonna be like, quit whining, all you PC faggots, I hate woke people. I hate the Black Lives Matter movement. I hate the LGBTQ whatever. I know I'm gonna be hearing that. Maybe not necessarily as comments in this video, but I'll hear it around anyway. And it just proves my point, you know. Some people just, I mean, there was a time where, like, growing up was considered, like, a really bad thing. But after a while, I understand you have to kind of grow up. You can still have certain aspects of your youth, still. No one's telling you to be, like, an old fuddy-duddy or whatever. But, fuck, man. Grow up and have some fucking common sense. You know, maybe be a decent fucking human or something, you know? Try to be a little less stupid. Instead of saying shit like, oh, punk wouldn't exist with this woke culture bullshit. Punk is actually thriving pretty good with this woke culture bullshit, honestly. You know, and I'm here for it. It's basically what it is people afraid of change. They don't like change. They want things to stay like things were in 1983, you know. And you could make, you know, homophobic jokes, you know. You could beat up them queers, you know. You could say racist jokes, and, you know, keep you know, the black kids out of your shows if you really wanted to. Just like sexually assault any girl you wanted to and slap her around. You know, these guys like this miss this type of shit. And it's like, I love how people confuse the whole PC thing and woke culture when it's just people. This was shit a lot of people were tired of 20 fucking years ago. It's just now we have a bigger voice now. We were outweighed before. All of a sudden now our voices are louder. And y'all aren't liking that. Glenn? Like I said, you know what? I loved a lot of Misfit stuff. You know, Danzig did some good albums. Sam Hain did some amazing albums. You know, I'm not knocking shit that he's done in the past. I mean, granted, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. The Skeletons album is like one of the worst fucking things he's ever did. And then he does an Elvis covers album. So wait, he's gonna bitch about how punk would basically be ruined because of the woke culture. But his stupid ass is doing a horrible cover albums. Really, Glenn? Really? You know, we won't talk about like the fucking $300 to see the Misfits in the nosebleed seat. But hey, you know, I'm not going to get in because I know a lot of people that paid that money to see them. And I'm sure, and for I'm saying it was a good show. Alright, I'll give that, but yeah. It's ridiculous. And I have a Misfits patch on the back of my vest that I've had for a long time on 2 different vests. It was a shirt before. I'll probably will retire it eventually because I'll find something better to put on there. And that day may come sooner than later. Like within the next month probably. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, cancel Misfits because they did some good shit. Just like Morrissey. The Smiths albums were amazing. Morrissey did some amazing songs. But he's a fucking asshole. He's a racist fucking prick. And Danzig's an asshole and apparently an idiot. Who knows nothing about the culture that he was a huge part of and still is a huge part of. Good going, Glenn. Shoot yourself in the foot. Make another shitty cover albums, bruh. Anyway, I just wanted to rant on that a little bit. I'm actually gotta get some stuff in my garden. I'm at my old job. So they're good for something. Anyway, I will see you guys later with another video. Leave me some comments below. Give me your thoughts on this and give me your thoughts on Glenn. Leave myself open to the shit comments too, because I know they're going to be coming. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, just a little add-on to the video because there are some things I missed. Mostly because doing this video in a parking lot was a little distracting. With all this good shit that Dan's been talking about, see how many new fans has Misfits and even Danzig gained over the past few years, especially between millennials and Generation Z. The same people he's basically attacking, you know, with the whole the woke culture stupid shit. You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, aren't you, Glenn? You know how many new fans I see these young kids that are in the Misfits. I mean, they're not just wearing the Misfits gear; they know the Misfits songs and everything, you know. But then this shit, it's like, how many of them are gonna still be willing to listen to MP3s and buy more Misfits merch, etc.? What are you doing? Anyway, once again, a distraction. You're a distraction. And with all the shit he's talking, at the same time, he just made another shitty movie that he's trying to promote and get people to watch. Not good timing, if you ask me. He's continually shooting himself in the foot. It's like, well, fuck you guys. Yeah, you're a bunch of pussies. You guys would have ruined punk. But hey, guys, I got a new movie coming out. You should totally watch it. I promise it's not as bad as Verotic. I will not be watching the new Danzig movie, even though Danny Trejo's in it. Danny Trejo was amazing. Danny Trejo's a fucking gem, dude. You know, I hope Danzig paid out the fucking nose to get Danny Trejo to appear in that piece of shit. I hope Danny made a shitload of money. Not he doesn't have a shitload of money already. He owns a taco place and a donut place and he's pretty much Mr. LA, or at least Mr. San Fernando Valley. I've met him. I've let some of you know I've met him before. Really, really great guy. So, I hope Danzig had to pay out the nose to get him in it. I really hope so. And hopefully it shouldn't cause a problem with any. Danny Trejo's been in some shit. I love him. He's great. But there's been a few movies that have been questionable. Like that Crow movie with Edward Furlong. Yeah. But hey, he's getting paid, That's the whole point. It's yeah, I know you got a shit movie, but make sure you pay me. So, can't be mad at that. Gotta love him for that. But Danzig is about to lose some money. He just fucked himself good. Oh well. I mean, there'll be a few y'all edgelords that are still fucking capping for him, and also on that same fucking boomer bullshit. So he'll make half of what he spent on it back, maybe. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that point up because I just realized that's oh yeah, he just pissed off his whole new fan base. I mean, yeah, you got your old fan base, but what about the new fan base, And there wasn't a doubt that, Misfits? What the fuck is Misfits? Misfits and Danzig is a major, influence in the punk community, But Misfits and Danzig were not the be-all, end-all of punk. Yeah, they helped launch, a subgenre, Lots of horror punk bands emulating the sound. Even I did that. And still getting those comparisons. But, also I noticed even a lot of actual Danzig and Misfits fans are Glenn, shut the fuck up. I've seen some die-hard fucking fiends. And they are not having it. So, yeah, like I said, Danzig is the new Morrissey. Danzig is the Morrissey of the punk and horror punk scene now. Hey, maybe they should do an album together. Him, Morrissey, Johnny Rotten, fucking Michael Graves, and on guitar, Ted Nugent. Called Everybody Hates Us Because We're Rich and White. I don't know. Some shit. Anyway, guys, that's it. I just want to add that in there. See you guys later. Gonna try to work on a couple more videos if I can. Still got some Hollywood Tales videos I gotta come up with. Because I had some ideas, I just haven't had time to do it. Been doing a lot of work, so. New music videos coming soon. And a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Once again, leave me your thoughts below. Let's try to keep the discussion civil,